Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the reigning AFC champs. All that and more coming up next.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that. Second down. Back to throw. Lehman. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he fields it cleanly. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Trader. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. It's Hall. He's got it to the 43 here.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Yeah, good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Stevenson again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Now the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets lead 7-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Off play action. Lehman completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he... here, but to throw it away. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're gonna get this down to about the 17-yard line here. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here. As a we'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back to throw again. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Lehman under pressure, and he'll go down. He'll sack him on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lehman. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Corey Davis, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Straight ahead at Stevenson. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's got room. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Again, it's Stevenson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
To throw on 2nd down, Schrader. This pass out wide to Hall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Hall, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schrader, throw left side, complete. That's Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Jets have moved out in front. The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point splits the offense, and that makes the score 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Looking middle, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pick.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return at 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end flyer move. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing to start the drive. Trader. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Trader. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Lehman getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Gay's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Schrader over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Schrader. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. Once more, it's the fullback Ham. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Off play action. Lehman. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded just inside the 30. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Off the play fake. Trader. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw. Trader, and he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To throw on 3rd down. Trader. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson. 33 yards. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. To 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lehman. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
To throw on 2nd down, Trader taking in left side. It's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past past the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Straight ahead is home. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off play action. Schrader. And he completes it to Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ball again on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 77 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 3rd down, Lehman. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Pulled in at the 24. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schrader over the middle and complete to Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And that'll be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff, Stevenson. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lehman. John Franklin Myers. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense. And this time they take their man.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong. And this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now come the Jets. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 116 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to run his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one taken in on the right. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it. Throwing on 1st down. Trader. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Now a run with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps for these situations.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ramondre Stevenson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Point after, up and good. And this one was a little while ago as he just held on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lehman. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back to the 35-yard line. Quentin Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun. Lehman. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lehman. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Carter. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know you're trying to bring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Carter straight ahead. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this field. Carter will try the right side. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Carter. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Jets advance to the next round as we say so, everybody.